Sydney Ross is part of our WREL digital team, and she's making a big impact beyond the newsroom. Her nonprofit, Change the Type, is uplifting children all across the state and now gearing up for its biggest back-to-school drive yet. We are so thrilled to have Sydney in studio with us to talk about these big goals and this nonprofit with an even bigger heart. Sydney, great to see you.
Good to see you too, Ken.
Change the Type. Tell me about that name.
Yeah, so Change the Type is short for changing the stereotype. When I created this nonprofit when I was 15, I wanted to create this message to encourage people to be above the stereotypes that we see often so much in the media and out, and that we consume so much.
And that was the inspiration behind starting Change the Type.
Yes.
How gratified are you when you see how big it has become and how successful it has become?
I mean, it's truly a blessing. I can't thank God enough for seeing just how much this organization has grown, the support I've gotten from my family, from my friends, from this community. It's something that I would have never imagined at 15.
And at 15, what was it that made you want to change how people view black and brown children? Because when you looked in the mirror, you saw a brown girl. You wanted to change that image.
Yes, so it actually started from a high school project. My teacher told us to choose something that we were passionate about and to make a project on it. And at the time, I was really passionate about history and I loved dance. So I thought I would do something along the two. But once I was sitting after school watching the news with my grandparents, I knew then, I said, something has to change. I want to be that person that puts a positive message in the media to encourage people that look like me to be above the stereotypes that we see each day.
Excellent. We're so happy you did that. So let's talk about the back to school drive. What makes this year a little different?
So this year is our 5th year. I'm super, super excited. Each year it has continued to grow. I started during the pandemic. Once students started returning to school, I knew people had lost their jobs and I didn't want families to have to decide between household items and school essentials. And each year it has continued to grow. With this year being our 5th year, we are partnering with the city of Raleigh to help support families in need, as well as donating to Western North Carolina to help the families.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about that. How did that connection come about? Because you've written a number of stories about what's happening in Western North Carolina after Helene and now in Chantal.
Yeah, so after Helene hit last year, I knew I wanted to help, but I didn't know how. I wanted to continue to give back, but I just didn't know how to give back. And then this year when we were planning for the back to school drive, I knew then that's what I wanted to. I wanted to be able to help. When we think of recovery, we know that takes time. It can take months and even years. And so I wanted to be able to give back to those families that were impacted.
So I got to ask you what do you feel when you see these children getting these back to school supplies?
Honestly, it's emotional. Seeing just how much these kids love the school supplies, how much I love giving back to the kids. And at Biltmore Hills is one of the centers that I grew up going and attending for summer camp, and I even got my first job there. So just being able to go back, it's such a blessing.
Tell our viewers where can people get more information about the foundation.
Yes, so people can go online to changethetypeproject.org, or you can go on Facebook and Instagram. It's both Change the Type, and that's where you can find more information about Change the Type, the Back to School Drive, and other initiatives that we have coming up.
Sydney, thank you so much for everything you're doing for our children.
Thank you, Ken.
We so appreciate it. And we're so proud of you.
Thank you.
Change the Type back to school donation will take place this afternoon from 3:30 to 6:30 at the Biltmore Hills Community Center in Raleigh. As Sydney just mentioned, you'll find more information at changethetypeproject.org.